Hey guys, I just got my Paro yesterday and I've been able to use it for a few hours here and there in CS and in Valorant. I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on what I thought of it so far compared to I've been using the Lamzu Maya. I've been maining it ever since it came out because I did like the Atlantis Mini that I was using for a while, and the reason I was interested in a small ergo, I fingertip grip, by the way. Why I was interested in a smaller ergo is because, if you guys know, there was a smaller Death Adder V2 Mini a few years ago, which I aimed really well with. So I've been trying to find smaller ergo mice since then. Nothing really caught my eye. The EC3 was a little overweight. The other G-Wolves Mini was a little, had holes in it. And I heard other quality concern issues as well as the Pulsar X3, X2, sorry. I forgot which one I tried, Mini that I tried as well. So when this came out, I was really interested just because of also the good experience I've had so far with Lamzu mice. The box came with pretty much the same accessories. It also looks, I don't have it right now in front of me, also looks really similar to how the Maya came. It's unfortunate it's the same cable and dongle. The only difference I noticed was that on the Paro, if you see here, the receiver says Paro, the other one says Maya. Do I have it here? It's a little farther away. I don't have it here. But yeah, the dongle looks the same. The cable's the same. That's the only difference. If you guys haven't seen online, the question mark I have, or the question I had, is when this came in, if you guys didn't know already, the stock feet that it came with, which has two sets, by the way, they were not installed. I think I read in one other review that's the same thing, so you just have to install them yourself, which was very easy, by the way. I do like that they're bigger than the ones on the Maya, and just from the first few just from touching it, and it could be just because I used the Maya already for a few months, it does feel softer compared to not softer, more slick, more, what's the word, slippery compared to the Maya. It also, I don't know if you could see it, it also has more, it seems to have more of a rounded edge compared to what's on the Maya. So I do like that. The buttons on this, sorry, in the California weather, it is I do get sweaty, but talking about sweat, the coating on it does seem the same as on the Maya. My hands do get sweaty when I play, so but it hasn't really bugged me much. I do like also that the Lamzu mice come with grips. Used to not care about grips before. I thought it was gimmicky, paying $10 for shipping for just rubber. But I actually found that I did aim better with the grips on the Maya after I installed it for some time. So I'm glad that Lamzu includes it. I haven't tried it yet on the Paro because I wanted to get used to the shape first. The buttons on the Maya I really liked, so I was looking forward to that on the Paro. It feels, as you can hear, it's very clicky, easy to click on all of them. No post or pre-travel. I'm not really into how much there is, but it's easy to click. On the Paro, unfortunately, it sounds a little more hollow, a little more clunky, but it is still very easy to click. One thing I do like on the side buttons is that it does seem to stick out a little bit more. If you guys could see, it does seem to stick out a little bit more, a little bit easier to click, and it does, both of them still do sound nice, like the Maya. But yeah, I actually did, right before the Paro, I did try the new Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed for a few days, but I did return that just because it didn't remind me much of the V2 Mini that I had a few years back, and also the clicks felt even more clunky than this. Was not as easy to click, so I did return that. And this one actually is a little, I just from feel, I returned the V3 already. It does seem pretty similar in size. I'll get into shape later, but it does seem pretty similar in size. But I think from what I can tell, it does feel a little bit, tiny bit smaller. I would still consider this. I was thinking it was going to be a smaller mouse. I did read the dimensions and looked at it on Elo shapes, but it seems to me more of a small to medium mouse. Maybe that's important for you, maybe it's not, but for me, I fingertip, so the smaller mice tend to work better for me. I did have one issue with the Paro when it first came in. The Lamzu software, and I think there's two of them online. I tried both of them, and they did not register. They didn't. It couldn't recognize the Paro. I emailed their service desk email. They did get back to me quickly, and they gave me a link to install a firmware or driver. Not sure what it was, but I installed that, and then right after that, I paired it again, and it did. Luckily, the Lamzu software, the Crystal wireless one, if you're interested, is the one that works, and it did recognize that. So if anyone else is getting it, then just know that you just have to do that first, so you can update the firmware and the dongle. Last but not least, the shape. Again, I've been used to smaller mice. I like the smaller mice. I don't know my hand measurements, but I've always fingertip gripped. The the how do I say it? It does remind me of EC series. Yeah, I haven't tried the EC3 just because of the weight. I never got it, but it does feel smaller than EC2 that I did have before. So I do like so far what Lamzu have given, especially if new. Yeah, easier for me to say, especially if you're in the U.S. There was no tax when I got it, and again it came with the grips. The last thing I did want to mention, I forgot, is so when I play with the Maya, my fingers, naturally go to the most narrow when I fingertip grip, and if you can tell, the sensor is pretty much square in the center. But on the Maya, if I try to hold it comfortably where it's most narrow with these three fingers trying to squeeze it together, it's actually slightly above the sensor. So I'm still getting used to that. Again, I don't remember if I mentioned it. I find that I can control my sprays better with this so far. Micro adjusting is easier with the Maya so far, but I'm hoping it's just some break-in period that I'll have. But so far I'm liking it. Again, if you have any questions, let me know.